Blizzard Entertainment has released the end-of-year review by Mike Ybarra, and we all know next year is going to be a bit different under Microsoft's control, and maybe a Bobby Boy gone? Yeah, let's talk a little bit about this stuff. So we have their end-of-year, if you ever worked for a company, this end-of-year stuff is, all these companies do this shit at the end of the year. They talk a little bit about what they did, how things went, what were the year's big accomplishments. This guy right here, we need to get an Alliance flag out in the front, get the shit out of here. But anyways, straight out of Stormwind, too, his shirt says. Blizzard did talk a little bit about some of the highlights of the year. First of all, they mentioned the World of Warcraft team raising $1.5 million for Ukraine. Hearthstone launched 3 different expansions. Damn, I didn't realize that. 3 expansions. Warcraft Rumble launched at BlizzCon. Diablo 4 had an amazing launch, as he said. Diablo Immortal celebrated its first anniversary because, thank God, we all have phones, which is, that's good. That's good. It's good that we have phones. And Overwatch 2 celebrated Pride in game. That's good. Okay, so moving on to, some of the numbers here. 1 billion characters were created in Azeroth's Sanctuary. That is insane. 1 billion? Holy crap, man. What the hell's wrong with people? So 1 billion characters created in Sanctuary, 48 million deaths by Azeroth's deadliest creature, Razageth. I actually still think Razageth's the toughest boss in the game. And not in the game, sorry, in Dragonflight. Now that we've seen the Farag fight, we've seen, obviously, we fought Sakureth. I actually think Razageth was the hardest end boss so far in Dragonflight, and so far meaning all of Dragonflight, because we're not getting any more raid bosses. 48 million deaths, though? Damn. We were a few of those, that's for sure. 950 billion monsters killed. Holy crap, in Diablo. 37 million deaths by the Butcher. 26 million players were crushed by D.Va's mech. Now I'm assuming they're talking in-game. This doesn't include probably like kink numbers on the internet or something, because crushing by D.Va's mech across the internet, I'm sure, is more than 26 million. But that's not a stat they could really show on here. 15.8 billion packs opened. Don't people mostly pay for packs with money? I mean, if that's just a hint probably at how much money Blizzard has made off of Hearthstone. Now, I'm sure you can earn packs, through in-game shit or expansion shit or whatever, but my god. 15.8 billion. I would assume most of those packs were purchased with real-life money. Holy crap. 500 million angry chickens have been deployed in Warcraft Rumble. 150,000 Battle.net accounts have been active for 25 plus years. Oh my god. 25 plus years? I mean, when did WoW start? I started in 2005. I haven't been active for 20 years yet. 25 plus years. What the hell? I didn't even know Battle.net's been around that long. Is that accurate? Well, shit. Anyways, Blizzard culture in 2023. Yeah, they get into some of their stuff about, DE&I and all that. Like typical corporate speak. Alongside planning and holding BlizzCon 2023, we have been planning for next year. 2024 is going to be a massive year for the Warcraft universe, with a collection of anniversaries coming up. 30 years since the first Warcraft game, 20 years of World of Warcraft, and 10 years of Hearthstone, and the 1-year anniversary of our favorite, Warcraft Rumble. We have some fun activities planned throughout the year to celebrate within all of our communities and across them. And we'll be releasing the first installment of the World Soul Saga, The War Within. And now we know that video, that expansion is going to be dropping like end of summer, early fall. We're going to get like an August or September launch. That's freaking amazing. Hearthstone will be bringing a new way to play Battlegrounds with friends and duos. Interesting. Alongside more incredible themes and mechanics for upcoming expansion sets. Warcraft Rumble will roll through seasons, bringing new minis, raids, and even more ways to have fun in Azeroth. Oh man, look at that. Just more stuff about here. Diablo, we don't care necessarily about. I want to end the year by thanking you for your support, our teams here at Blizzard. Whether it was through how you play our games, what you share with us on social media, and more. This is only the beginning, and we couldn't be more excited to be here alongside you. There you go. There you go. The future looks bright. 2024 could be a big year for World of Warcraft and for Blizzard in general. To be on par with Samiccus, his lore video. Moishi keeps killing Sam for content. Yeah. Isn't that wonderful? The other thing that's happening at the end of the year, there it is. Bobby got his boat, and now he is going to sail off into the sunset. That's right, Bobby Kotick to leave Activision Blizzard on December 29th, 2023. And he left with a wonderful message. Here we go. Extraordinary people. Over the years, my passion for video games has often been attributed to Pitfall, River Raid, and Kaboom. I love those Atari 2600 games, but the game that first captured my imagination was Mystery House, developed by Roberta and Ken Williams. I played it on a borrowed Apple II night after night while in college at the University of Michigan. I had no idea Bobby Kotick was a U of M alum. Shit. I went to the same university as Bobby Kotick? What the hell? Oh my god, go blue, I guess. Mystery House was a text adventure with some primitive sprite-based graphics, okay? The world in which the game was played was largely left to players' imagination. I envisioned rich, vast worlds with all sorts of interactive animated life that would enable players to fulfill their varied aspirations, all in a simulated universe that offered unlimited possibilities for challenge, connection, and fun. Very interesting that he's talking about a simulated universe and his letter to leave. Supposedly Bobby Kotick's like really into the metaverse and all this shit. And people are saying that even though he's retiring from Blizzard, Activision Blizzard and Microsoft right now, that his next job could be like with Meta at Facebook or something. He's really into the metaverse shit. And him saying this in his speech where he leaves makes me think that all that stuff's true. Yeah, so I actually think that this starts to make sense. That maybe he is going to, in fact, go to some metaverse bullshit thing later on. Interesting that he talks about I envision rich. He could have just ended right there. Vast worlds. Sounds a lot like World of Warcraft. I just wonder if he imagined, microtransactions and shit, because that's the real stuff that he's accredited for. 40 years later, as my last day leading this company inches closer, I marvel at how far the talented people at our company have come toward realizing the great potential of games. You have transformed a hobbyist form of entertainment into the world's most engaging medium, and insert right here, and made me a lot of money in the process. It has been a privilege of my lifetime to work alongside you as we broadened the appeal of games. Perhaps the most important part of my job has been helping bring talented people together and drinking breast milk, but provide the best resource possible and foster an environment that encourages inspiration, creativity, and unwavering commitment to excellence. Man, if you didn't know Bobby, you'd think this is the greatest guy ever in the history of games. Yeah, this man brought us games. This is fantastic. He probably paid someone to write this, probably. I cannot adequately express the pride I have in the people who continue to contribute to our success and all those who have helped throughout my 32 years leading the... Man, 32 years. Bobby, holy crap, that's a long time. We are now part of the world's most admired company, and that isn't an accident. He's talking about Microsoft. I mean, they are a large company. Admired or not, they are certainly one of the biggest companies in the world. Phil Spencer has appreciated the magic of ABK for decades. When he approached Brian and me 2 years ago and proposed acquiring the company, it was immediately obvious that the combination of our businesses would enable us to make lots of money. To continue to lead as the list of capable, well-resourced competitors grows. Phil shares our values and recognizes our talent. He is passionate about our games and the people who make them. He has bold ambition. That's right. Be bold. Be bold. As we move into our next exciting chapter, you could not be in better hands. I will always be profoundly grateful to the people who contributed tirelessly to building this company, and I am confident you will keep inspiring joy and uniting people throughout the power of play. With gratitude and appreciation, sailing away on my wonderful boat, Bobby Kotick. What a wonderful speech. What a wonderful speech. Is this the last we're going to see of Bobby Kotick in gaming? I'm not so sure. One thing about guys like Bobby Kotick, you know, he's got the money. He's had the money for a long time. Guy's a freaking billionaire. I mean, the purchase from Microsoft just exacerbated that. Like, his accounts will never be emptied. But a lot of these guys, they don't work for the money anymore. Once they've reached this point in their career, they work for the ego strokes, right? I mean, this man has become a celebrity through the companies that he's run. So, is he gone forever? I don't know. Again, he talks about simulated universes in his in his farewell speech. Yes, it was about stroking. I think he might try to get into some company that's involved with Meta or with the whole metaverse shit, all that stuff. He's always been into that. He's always talked about it, and I think that's like his future passion, his future project. So we'll see. Bobby already has boats. Bobby's got planes, in fact, mansions, and everything else. But one thing Bobby doesn't have yet is a fully simulated universe that he can also control. Because once you've controlled the world, once you've assembled all the Infinity Stones, what's left? Go control other universes. So there you go. Farewell, Bobby. You will not be missed. With that, we go and move on to some Amir Drassil DPS real quick. Just looking at these charts. Rogue is still at the very top. Marksmanship Hunter, Havoc Demon Hunter. These are, I can't believe these people are still up here after all these nerfs, but they still are. So everyone who's at the top has been at the top. That's good to see for overall damage. Looking here at boss damage, very interesting. Assassination Rogue still very high up. Enhancement Shaman and Element. Shaman's doing great right now. Damn. Shaman is doing great. Unholy DK here. Feral Druid. Mage is still in a tough spot, it looks like. I really haven't seen any mages topping the charts lately. But what I will say, I see Retribution Paladin pretty low on this chart. But for some reason, every time I've invited a Ret Pally to raid, they have popped the hell off. Yeah, they have popped off. I don't know what this chart, I don't know what's going on, or if it's just Ret Pallies. The only Ret Pallies that are left are like really good at the game because everybody else stopped playing Ret. But you can see at the bottom there, you got Windwalker, Augmentation, Ret. I don't know. I've seen a lot of Ret Paladins pop off in raids. So again, it always comes back to, hey, how good are you? And if you're not good, get good. No real big movers, even with all the nerfs and buffs. The biggest mover down was Feral Druid, and the biggest mover up was Survival Hunter, 6 spots. So there you go.